Hello, everyone. It's Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you on Football Sunday. You can listen to the game, watch the game, and listen to a really fun matchup here as we have Strat-O-Matic Baseball Card and Dice on the channel once again. The 1963 Dodgers taking on the 1989 Oakland Athletics as we enter the Twilight Zone. Going old school, Strat-O-Matic baseball game with a new card set, featured teams. Sound check works. Excellent. This is a new card set I picked up. Picked up 94 teams. The featured teams in today's game, I said tonight by accident. The 1963 Dodgers and Sandy Koufax take on the 1989 Oakland Athletics and Dave Stewart in what is dubbed Revenge for 88. In the chat, we have Fanomatic. Check out that wonderful channel. He's going to be doing some History Maker golf. We look forward to that. Max Cornelius, another great friend of the channel. Check him out. He has some Action PC baseball up there. And then one of my partners in crime, Dog Sidious, all things Star Wars. Check out the wonderful stream we had with the crew on Dog Sidious's channel. It was a lot of fun. And he's going to be live tonight with Milt, the West Rossi Ninja. And they're going to be talking Star Wars Top 5 Jedis, I believe. And if you can't make that live, make sure to check that out on demand. But they're always fun to have if you can make it live. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Let's get to the ball game. Again, this is a 1963 Los Angeles Dodgers and Sandy Koufax. And Sandy Koufax in 1963 was 25 wins, 5 losses, 1.88 earned run average. He threw 311 innings, and he struck out 306 while only allowing 58 walks. That is pitching, folks. That is pitching. And opposing him on the mound for the Oakland Athletics of 1989, Dave Stewart, no slouch himself. 21 wins, 9 losses, 3.32 earned run average. Can Koufax reel in the Bash brothers of Canseco and McGuire? And Stewart struck out 155 while walking 69. This will be in basic strat because the old school cards that I bought are only in basic, and that's fine with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. I enjoy these little mini projects. As you know me, I love projects. As Fanomatic says, Al, I forgot how to do skins game. There are different versions of rules online. I want to do skins, but not sure best way. Do it whatever way is the easiest way to do. You make money with birdies or points. Just do points. You don't even have to say cash. If you birdie or eagle a hole, you're getting X amount of points. A par is a 0. A bogey's a minus. You don't make any money. You have to birdie, an eagle, or hole out to make money. And just make it an easy thing. Enjoy it. So, hello, Bobby Cantilano. Hope all is well. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. As Dog City says, we got to do more of those slideshows. That was hilarious. Well, hopefully it works better. That was my faux pas. Sometimes Al, Red Sox fan, comes up with some good ideas. All right, let's get to the ball game here. And again, I appreciate anyone coming out on Football Sunday. I got the red zone on behind me, so I sort of like check the scores every once in a while. But all right, so let's go through the Dodgers lineup, and they are the away team. We're playing in Oakland. Maury Wills bats first, and he's playing shortstop. He batted .302 with no homers in 63, followed by Junior Gilliam, and he is playing third base, .282 with 6 homers. Batting third, the left fielder Tommy Davis, .326 with 16 home runs. Not a lot of power hitters on this team. Batting fourth, the designated hitter. We are playing with a DH. This is one true power hitter they had. Frank Howard, Hondo, .273 with 28 round trippers. Batting fifth, playing first base, Ron Fairley, 12 homers, .271 batting average. Batting sixth, playing right field, Wally Howell at the moon, .262 with 8 home runs. Batting 6th, playing center field, Willie Davis, the baseball player, not the Green Bay Packer defensive lineman, 245 with 9 homers. Johnny Roseboro does the catching, 236, 9 homers. And batting 9th, playing second base, Dick Tracewski. As I'll butcher that name a few thousand times, 226 with 1 home run. For the Oakland Athletics of 1989, leading off, Ricky Henderson, I speak in third person, 274, 12 homers, 57 ribbies. Carney Lansford playing third, bat second, excellent speed at the top of this order, and 336 with 2 homers and 52 ribbies. Batting third, the former Pittsburgh Pirate and Cincinnati Red. Actually, I think he went to the Reds after. Dave Parker, and he's the designated hitter. 22 homers, 97 ribbies, and a 264 batting average. Mark McGuire bats fourth. He's playing first, Big Red. And that's Max Cornelius, is one of his favorite players. 231, 33 homers, 95 ribbies. He will swing and a miss on occasion. Jose Canseco, the man who's Kanaka, the ball bounced off his head one time, went over the right field fence for a homer. That's pretty funny. Check that out on YouTube. And it's a home run. 269, 17 homers and 57 ribbies. Dave Henderson, Red Sox hero from 1986 in the American League Championship Series. 250, now playing with the Athletics. 15 homers and 80 ribbies. And he's in center. Terry Steinbach's doing the catching. 273, 7 homers, 42 ribbies. And Tony Phillips is at second base. 262, 4 homers, 47 RBI. And he can play all over the place, Tony Phillips. Super utility man. And Mike Gallego batting ninth, the shortstop, 252, 3 homers, 30 ribbies. So here we go. Stewart will start off with Maury Wills. And again, this is the basic game. So 1, 2, and 3 will go off the hitter's cards. 4, 5, and 6 goes off the pitcher's cards. Here's the pitch from Stewart to Maury Wills. Ball game on the way. And that is a 5-8 off the Stewart card. 5-8. And that's a swing and a miss. So Stewart strikes out the very dangerous base-running Maury Wills. And that is a strikeout. 1 down. And striding to the plate is now Junior Gilliam. Gilliam, the third baseman. Stewart picks up the sign from Steinbach. He deals to Junior Gilliam. And that is a 1-6 off the Gilliam card. 1-6, and Gilliam singles. So Junior Gilliam singles. And he is an A stealer. And the Dodgers of 63 have to really rely on their speed. He is an A stealer. They're going to be holding him on, so that goes down to a B. Plus, the catcher rating for Steinbach is a 3, which means another -2. So if we were thinking about stealing, again, this is the basic version. So they're holding him on. He goes from an A base stealer to a B. So that's 1 through 13, -2 for the catcher rating of 3. So that's 1 through 11. He's not going anywhere. He'll stay at first. Running ability 1 through 16. And here comes Tommy Davis, the left fielder. 1 out, 1 on. Stewart picks up the sign, the windup and the pitch to Tommy Davis. And that is a 4-6 off the Stewart card. 4-6. And he walks Tommy Davis, who shows great patience there. Moving to second is Gilliam. So first and second, 1 out. And the very dangerous Hondo, Frank Howard, who was a hulking human being in the day. He had 28 home runs with a 273 batting average in 63. Steinbach goes through the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Frank Howard. And Hondo has a 5-6 off the Stewart card. 5-6. That's a fly ball out to left. And making the catch is Ricky Henderson. All runners retreat back to their bases. So Gilliam back to second and Davis back to first as Hondo flies out to left. So 2 outs, and here comes Ron Fairley. Runners will be off on contact. Stewart readies himself. He kicks and fires. And that is a 5-11 off the Stewart card. 5-11 ground ball back to Stewart. All pitchers are 2 defenders in basic. I learned that from Baseball Demos. Thank you very much. Check out that great channel, Baseball Demos with Dave. So, and the 20-sided dice rolls a 2. This might sneak through. So let's find the pitcher here. So it is a 2 and a 2, and that is a single. Runners advance 1 base, so bases will be loaded as Ron Fairley sneaks one past the dive of the shortstop. He knocks it down enough and scrambles for it on the shallow outfield grass. As we have bases loaded, Gilliam's at third. So good job by Gallego to knock it down and prevent it from going really into the outfield. That would have scored a run. So bases are juiced with 2 outs. Stewart in a bit of a pickle here. And here comes Wally, howl at the moon. 8 home runs with a .262 batting average. No place to put Wally Moon. Stewart, deep breath, arms down to his chest. Here's the pitch to Moon. And that's a 6 and a 9 with a 5D20. Off the Stewart card, 6, 9, and a 5. Wally Moon strikes this ball deep center field. Racing back is Dave Henderson. He leaps. He's not going to get it. It's going to be a 2-bagger. And it's going to be a 2-0 lead for the 63 Dodgers as Gilliam scores from third and Davis easily scores from second. And advancing to third from first on the double by Moon is Fairley. So the Dodgers strike first, not known for their offense, on the 2-out clutch double by Wally Moon, and he is howling at the moon at second base. And now I'll bring up the 7th place hitter, Willie Davis, the center fielder. So they get to Dave Stewart early. Stewart with a grim determination on his face now. He deals to Willie Davis, and that is a 4-8. Again, off the Stewart card, 4-8. 4-8, and that is a single! And another run will score as Fairley easily scores from third. The Dodgers taking it to Stewart stopping. At third is Moon. And Willie Davis picks up an RBI single. That's a single to center. Dave Stewart's arm. Oh, there is no arm rating in basic. So let's think about... Oh, 1 through... Moon... Do we send Moon with 2 outs? They're not holding him on with 2 outs, so none of that takes place. He's off on contact. Moon's base running is 1 through 14. Johnny Roseborough. We're going to wave Moon around. 1 through 14, and the Dodgers score another run. He is thrown out at the plate as Henderson throws to Steinbeck, and Steinbeck applies the tag. The inning is over. So at the plate, Moon is thrown out, and that goes, if you're scoring at home, 8-2. And the side is retired, but not before the Dodgers get 3. We go to the bottom of the first, and here come the Oakland Athletics, and they have to dig themselves out of a hole. And it'll be Sandy Koufax on the mound now. As joining us in the chat, Retro Sports Network with Ron. Check out that channel. He has some wonderful pre-play of the current World Series. Different lineups and things, but that's what makes it fun. So check it out. He says, Wally Moon and his unibrow. You are correct. Thank you for joining us. And remember, please check out all the channels, content creators in the chat. You can hover on the right side. 3 little dots come up. You can go to their channel and check them out. All fine people in our community. So due up for the Oakland Athletics, Ricky Henderson, Carney Lansford, and Dave Parker to face Sandy Koufax, the great one. Koufax 25-5 with a 1.88 earned run average, striking out 306. And here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson, a tremendous base stealer, AA rating. Koufax, the big windup and pitch to Ricky Henderson, and that is a 5-3 off the Koufax card. 5-3, and Koufax out of sync on the first batter as Ricky's patience proves prudent, and Ricky Henderson walks. And you don't want Ricky on the base pads because he will lose your number flying down to second base. He's a AA base stealer. So, and they're holding him on, so that drops him down to an A. That's 1 through 15. Roseboro is a 2 catcher, and that means the hold is a -3, so that's 1 through 12. Down 3-0. Right now, we're going to hold Ricky Henderson. So Ricky Henderson is at first. Let's put that over here. No outs, and here comes Carney Lansford. Lansford batted .336. Henderson takes his lead. They're holding him on. Koufax picks up the sign from Johnny Roseboro. Here's the pitch to Carney Lansford, and that is a 3-9 off the Lansford card. 3-9, and Lansford works a walk. So Koufax unable to control his fastball right now. Back-to-back walks. Uncharacteristic. This seems like a 1950s version of Sandy Koufax right now, late 50s, where he had control issues. So he walks 2, first and second, no outs, and 1 swing of the bat from Dave Parker. And we have a tie ball game as the 63 Dodgers are up 3-0. And here's Dave Parker, designated hitter. 22 homers in 89. Koufax, again, he's ready to go into the breach. Here's the pitch to Parker, and that is a 6-9 with a 720-sided die roll. 6-9, and that is a strikeout. So Koufax comes back with a vengeance. High heat, Parker can't catch up to it, so that's 1 down with 2 on. And here comes Big Red, Mark McGwire. What a matchup here, Koufax versus McGwire. Who's going to win this clash of titans? Bash brother number 2. I would think Bash brother number 1 would be Canseco. Koufax nods his head. The windup and the pitch to McGwire. And that is a 4-9. 4-9 ground ball, second base. The only plays to first. Runners advance. So McGwire grounds out to second. That's 4-3. And advancing to third is Ricky Henderson. It was a ground ball C. And to second is Carney Lansford. Let's just double check that. I'm pretty sure I did that right. Batter is out. Runners advance 1 base. Okay, cool. And now here comes Bash brother number 1, Jose Canseco. Only 17 home runs. I believe he was injured a bit in 89. 269 batting average. He represents a tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch from Koufax to Canseco, and that is a 3-8 off the Canseco card. 3-8, big swing and a miss. Side is retired. The A's strand 2. We go to the top of the second, and it's 3-0. 63 Dodgers. Due up for the Dodgers, Roseboro was coming up when Moon was thrown out at the plate by Dave Henderson. So it's going to be Roseboro, Trezewski, and top of the order, Maury Wills. So Stewart to deal with the catcher, Johnny Roseboro. As Retro Sports Network says, go Dodgers. Here's the pitch of Johnny Roseboro from Dave Stewart, and that is a 6-5 off the Stewart card. 6-5 ground ball. Phillips at second, 1 away. And here comes the man whose name I can never pronounce correctly because he's on the Tigers team of 68 also. Dick, Trace Trezewski. Trezwisky. Only 226 batting average. Stewart deals quickly. Here's the pitch to Dick Trezewski, and it is a 4 and a 6 off the Stewart card. 4, 6, and a walk. So good job by Trezewski. And he walks. You really don't want to walk him. He's not a strong hitter, but Stewart, a little too high with that fastball there. Top of the order, Maury Wills. Stewart struck him out the first time. Here's the pitch to Maury Wills. And Stewart deals him a 1-11 off the Maury Wills card. 1-11. Ground ball to first B. Up with it is McGuire. He fires to second. Gallego comes across the bag and is taken out by Trezewski on a good slide. They can only get the lead runner. So that goes 3-6. And reaching is Maury Wills on the fielder's choice. Good slide by Trezewski. So there's 2 outs now, and here comes Mr. Junior Gilliam. Gilliam singled and scored on the 2-out double by Wally Moon. Here's the windup and the pitch to Junior Gilliam, and Stewart deals Gilliam a 4-3 with an 18 split. 4-3 fly ball out to right field, and Jose Canseco, and that might be an adventure, folks. Jose's defensive rating is a 3, and that's an 18. I believe this will be an out. So let's go to our handy-dandy basic fielding chart X. And Canseco is a 3, and that is an 18. As it says, roll 20-sided die again. Oh, boy. All right, it says to roll the 20-sided die again. We will roll it again. And that is a 1, a 3, and a 1. 4. Canseco coming in on the sinking line drive. He makes a dive for it. Does he have it? He shows it. Yes, he does. Jose Canseco makes the diving catch, robbing Junior Gilliam of a second hit. And the side is retired. As we go to the bottom of the second, still 3-0, 63 Dodgers. Nice catch by Jose Canseco. So he's a 3 defender, and a 1 is an out. 4. Usually, a 1 in the PC game would indicate something really good. But nope, I'm just double checking. No, that is correct. 3 defender on a 1. It says out -4. You go down there, runners hold. So he makes the catch. Anyway, it was a diving catch. So Gilliam's out. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0. 63 Dodgers. Due up for the 89 A's. Henderson, that's Dave Henderson. Steinbach and Tony Phillips to face Sandy Koufax. Struggled with his control a bit in the first inning. Koufax ready to work. He deals to Dave Henderson, who threw out Wally Moon at the plate. And that is a 1 and a 6 off the Henderson card with a 12 split. 1-6 ground ball to Gilliam at third. He throws across the diamond, retiring Henderson. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. And as my great friend Ron Juckett would say, why would you be scoring at home? Beatles Eternally has joined us in the chat. Hope all is well, Beatles, and living my rhapsody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Sunday to all. So 1 out. Here comes the catcher, Terry Steinbach. Steinbach batted .273 with 7 homers, 42 ribbies. Koufax picks up the sign from Roseboro. Here's the pitch to Steinbach. And that is a 6-7 off the Koufax card. 6-7. And that's a strikeout. Sandy gets another K. So 2 outs, base is empty. Bottom of the second. That's the 3rd strikeout for Koufax. 3-0, 63 Dodgers. And here comes Tony Phillips, the number 8 batter. Super utility man playing second base. Phillips awaits the Koufax offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound, and that is a 5-9 off the Koufax card. 5-9. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The big curveball fooled him. And the side is retired. 1-2-3, go the Athletics of 1989. We now move on to the top of the third, 3-0. 63 Dodgers. And due up for the Dodgers, Davis, that's Tommy Davis, Frank Howard, and Ron Fairley. Tommy Davis walked and would score on the double by Wally Moon in the top of the first. Stewart deals to Tommy Davis, and that is a 6-7 with a 14 off the Stewart card. 6-7, fly ball out to center. Camping is Henderson. He makes the catch, and that is 1 down here in the top of the third. And here comes Hondo, Big Frank Howard. Big Frank. Big Frank flew out to left field. Here's the pitch to Howard from Stewart, and that is a 3-4 off the Hondo card. 3-4. Did he check his swing? No, he does not. Strike 3. As Hondo doesn't like the call, but he's retired via the K. So 2 up, 2 down, and Ron Fairley strides to the plate. Fairley singled and scored ahead of the double of Wally Moon in the top of the first. Stewart picks up the sign from Steinbach. Here's the pitch to Ron Fairley, and that is a 6-10 off the Dave Stewart card. 6-10. Fly ball out to Henderson, and we have to go to our Fielding X chart. Dave Henderson is a 3 defender. The 20-sided die is a 10. So let's go 10, 1, 2, 3. Henderson makes the running catch towards the gap. Side is retired. Henderson has been very good defensively early on in this game. We go to the bottom of the third, and it's 3-0, 63 Dodgers. As Fairley is retired, so Sandy Koufax back out on the bump. He's going to face Mike Gallego in the top of the order, Ricky Henderson, then Carney Lansford, as Phillips made the last out. Hope all is well on this Sunday. Thank you for joining me. As Beatles Eternally says, hey, Al. Hey there, Al. We need to make... Oh, we're not talking about that yet, Beatles. Not talking. It's not a done deal. I hear where you're going with that. We got to get you on a live stream to talk some baseball, and we'll do it on a Saturday afternoon. Hopefully you can make it. We'll set up a time, my friend. Talking baseball with Beatles. He's really smart. We're talking baseball. You gotta love Beatles. Beatles, 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 Beatles. We all love Beatles eternally. We're talking baseball. Beatles and the Duke. Alrighty, back to the ball game. So Mike Gallego getting his first at-bat from the great one, Sandy Koufax. The lefty's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Gallego, and that is a 4-10 off the Sandy Koufax card. 4-10. Fly ball to center and Davis, and he makes the catch. 1 away. Koufax wants that ball. He wants to work quickly. He wants to stay in that rhythm. Here comes Ricky Henderson. Henderson walked his first time up and was stranded at third in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch from Koufax to Ricky Henderson, and that is a 2 and a 7. 2-7, and Henderson singles. Single to center. So Henderson's 1 for 1 now. He's reached base twice, walked in his first at-bat. Again, he's a double-A stealer, but down 3, he is going nowhere right now. And here comes Carney Lansford. Lansford also walked in the bottom of the first. 1 out. They're holding on. Ricky Henderson. Koufax trying to induce a double play ball. Here's the pitch to Carney Lansford, and that is a 5-9 from Koufax off the Koufax card. 5 and a 9, and that is a strikeout. Curveball. Catches Lansford looking. He points to the plate, and the umpire just politely ushers him to the dugout. So Koufax picks up strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sandy Koufax with 5 Ks, 2 outs. Now Henderson will be off on contact, and here comes Dave Parker, power hitting designated hitter. Parker struck out his first time. Can Koufax get him once again? Roseboro sets the target. Here's the pitch to Parker. Koufax deals Dave Parker a 4-5 off the Koufax card. 4-5. Fly ball to left field. Racing over towards the line. Reaching out, making the catch is Tommy Davis. Nice play by Tommy Davis here at the Oakland Coliseum. The side is retired. We go to the top of the fourth, and it's 3-0, 63 Dodgers. Due up in the top of the fourth for the 63 Dodgers. Moon, he doubled in 2 runs in the top of the first. And then Willie Davis, who knocked in another, when then Moon was thrown out at the plate. And Johnny Roseboro to face Dave Stewart. Stewart's only hiccup's been that first inning. Stewart deals to Wally. Catch that red die. Stewart deals to Wally Moon. Will he be howling again? And that is a 3 and a 6 off the Moon card. 3-6. And Wally Moon is once again howling at the Moon on the 3-6. That's a single. He picks up his second hit. Doubled in the first. Now he has singled in the fourth. So the Dodgers hoping to add to their total. Wally Moon is at first. Base running ability, stealing's a C, 1 through 14. They're holding him on. Here comes Willie Davis. Davis singled and knocked in a run, the center fielder. Stewart, grim determination on his face. Here's the pitch from Stewart to Willie Davis, and it will go off the Stewart card. It is a 6-9 with a 12. 6-9, 12. And Willie Davis strikes this ball well. It's going to gap the center fielder, Henderson. As it goes to left center field, it's going to be a double. And Moon is a 1 through 14 base runner. He'll be held with no outs at third. So Willie Davis doubles as he splits Dave Henderson and Ricky Henderson to left center. So Moon and Willie Davis have had Dave Stewart's number. So second and third, no outs. Infield moves in for Johnny Roseboro, the catcher. So the infield is in, and I believe on a ground ball A, that is a base hit. If we go to that, we will check it out. Infield in. Stewart looking for a strikeout or a pop-out. Here's the pitch of Johnny Roseboro, and that is a 2-5 ground ball A back to the pitcher. And I want to say when the infield's in, a ground ball A is a base hit, but let me just double check that. I'm going to have to go to the handy-dandy rules, I think. That would normally have been infield in. Maybe ground ball A is not. Maybe it's C, that's it. So let me just double check this real quick. Infield in. Infield positioning. Basic. Page 3. I lost on Jeopardy. I'm right on page 3. Look at that. Infield positioning. Where is infield positioning? Okay, here it is. Normal infield positions. In infield back, but for additional realism, you may use the option of bringing the infield in. When there is a runner at third base and fewer than 2 outs. With the infield in, the chances the runner will score from third on a ground ball are sharply reduced. We know that. But double plays possibilities are significantly diminished. We also know that. The batter's ability to hit safely rises dramatically. If the result is a ground ball A, B, C, consult the infield in table on the basic strategy chart. There is no table on the infield. Oh, here it is. I'm wrong. I'll just look at the chart, jackass. Okay, infield in, ground ball A. Result. To the batter. Batter is out. Runner on third holds. Runners have been... So, nice play by Stewart. I'm glad I looked at that. It is B. That's a hit. Oh, no, that's not even it. Anyway, he's out. Nice play by Stewart. Don't overthink it, Al. He's out. So Roseboro grounds out. Stewart looks the runner back. And that goes 1-3. And here comes Dick Tracewski. Second and third. Infield still in. Infield still in for Dick Tracewski. Tracewski walked and then was forced out at second. He did break up the double play, though. Stewart deals to Tracewski. I'm going to re-roll that. That's stuck in my hand. There we go. So that is a 5-8 off the Stewart card. 5-8. Swing and a miss! He strikes out Tracewski. So there's 2 down. Infield goes back to normal. Top of the order and Ricky Henderson. As Moon's at third. Willie Davis is at second. Stewart 1 out away from getting out of this mess. The A's trail the 89 A's trail the 63 Dodgers 3-0. And Maury Wills had struck out his first time and reached on a fielder's choice when Tracewski broke up the double play. Stewart picks up the sign. He readies himself. The windup and the pitch to Maury Wills. And that is a 1-12 off the Wills card. 1-12. Pop-up. Foul territory. Towards the stand. Steinbeck throws the mask off. Races over up against the screen. And he makes the catch. We're not playing injury. So there's no plus injury. Side is retired. What a job of pitching by Dave Stewart. He gets around the single and double. Dodgers score none. Great job by Steinbeck on the catch. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 63 Dodgers over the 89 Oakland Athletics. Due up for the Oakland Athletics, McGuire, Canseco, and Henderson. To face Sandy Koufax, Parker made the last out. He flew out to left. And Mark McGuire is first time up against the lefty, the great one, Sandy Koufax, grounded out to second. Koufax picks up the sign. The high leg kick and pitch to McGuire. And that is a 5-12 off the Koufax card. 5-12. Fly ball out to Davis in left, and he makes the catch. 1 down. McGuire's now 0 for 2, and that brings up another Bash brother number 1, Jose Canseco. Canseco struck out against Koufax in the first. Koufax sets and deals to Jose Canseco, and that's a 6. Oh, man, we stay on the Koufax card. He's going to riddle up the strikeouts. And that's a 6 and an 8 off the Sandy Koufax card. 6-8. Fly ball to center field, and the other Davis. And Willie Davis makes the catch for out number 2. As Tommy Davis is in left. So 2 fly balls, 2 outs. Base is empty for Dave Henderson. That's why it's a 3-0 game. He threw out Wally Moon at the plate to end the top of the first on the Willie Davis single. But now he strides to the plate, grounded out to third his first time. Base is empty, down 3. Koufax looks in at Roseboro. Here's the pitch of Dave Henderson, and that is a 2 off the Henderson card. A 2-7 with a 10 split. 2-7, and 1 through 4 would have been a double, but it's a 10 split. He singles, and the inning stays alive. So Henderson picks up a single. And Terry Steinbeck steps to the plate now. The Oakland Athletic catcher struck out his first time against Koufax. They're holding on Mr. Dave Henderson. Base running ability. He's not going to steal. He's a D stealer. 1 through 13 base running ability. Koufax with 2 outs and a runner on. Peeks over to first, and now he deals to Terry Steinbeck, the Oakland A's catcher, and that's a 1-10 off the Steinbeck card. 1-10. 1-10. Ground ball back to Koufax. Nice play. He snares it. Lobs it to first. Side is retired as Fairley steps on the bag. Henderson stranded on the base paths. We go to the top of the 5th. 3-0 63 Dodgers over the 89 Oakland Athletics. Let's quickly go to the chat. As Ron from Metro Sports says, rules check! And then he says, I will be shooting pottery in earnest for that check. I will. As you know, it's Strange Brigade Sunday, and that'll be coming up soon. And we're going to have Beatles on hopefully this Saturday, if we can get him on the chat, and we'll do it at a reasonable time because our good friend Beatles is in Europe. And we will discuss many things baseball and whatever Beatles wants to discuss. Alrighty, so Dave Stewart will now face... I have a bad habit of not flipping the cards, so I always have to double check. He'll face Gilliam, Tommy Davis, and Hondo Frank Howard. Gilliam singled and scored in the first. And then flew out to right. And Jose Canseco made a diving catch. Here's the pitch from Stewart to Gilliam. I'll put that over here. And that is a 1-7 with an 11 split. 1-7 off the Junior Gilliam card. 1-7, and that's a single. Gilliam is now 2 for 3. And that's how the top of the fifth starts off, with a single and Junior Gilliam at first base. He is an A stealer, but they're holding. Well, he goes to a B. Actually, do we do that with the? I don't think I do that actually. He's an A stealer, and because I'm playing, I saw this rule where you play with the catcher's rating. So the catcher Steinbach is a 3. Which means the hold factor is a -2. I think that's the way I should actually play this. Because that's the hold factor. It's not where you say I'm holding him on. Which is bizarre to me why it goes off that. But I saw the rule and I said I can use this with basic. Because there's no hold factor for the pitcher in basic. So I think, okay. So -2A. So he's a 1 through 13. 1 through 13, but Tommy Davis is coming up. And Tommy Davis, again, no bunting rating for the old teams. We might move him over. Let's check out. So a successful bunt in basic, 1 through 8. 1 through 8. On a you roll both D6s. Tommy Davis, number 3 batter. We're going to let him swing away. 3-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Tommy Davis from Stewart, trying to induce a double play ball. That is a 4-5 with a 17 split off the Stewart card. 4-5, and that's a strikeout. We probably should have had him bunting. Should have kept the pressure on. My fault. So 1 out, 1 on, and that brings up Hondo Frank Howard, and Howard is 0 for 2. He's flown to left and then struck out in his last at-bat. Gilliam, an A stealer. Hold factor is a -2. Hondo's a power hitter. He'll stay put. Here's the pitch to Frank Howard. Dave Stewart deals a 1-5 off the Hondo card. 1-5. Ground ball. Gallegos up with it. Over to Phillips. On to McGuire. Double play. 6-4 to 3. Side is retired. I should have bunted. So Hondo bangs into the double play. And that ends the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Still 3-0. 63 Dodgers. As that one hiccup in the top of the first has cost the 89 A's so far. Due up for the Athletics of 1989, Tony Phillips, Mike Gallego in the top of the order, Ricky Henderson to face Sandy Koufax. Koufax through 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. And here's Tony Phillips striding to the batter's box. Phillips was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat to Koufax. The lefty rocks and fires to Phillips, and that is a 5-7 to Tony Phillips. So we go off the Koufax card, 5, 7, and he gets him again. Strike 3 looking. Painted the outside corner with the fastball. And Phillips is 1K away from the hat trick you do not want, as Ron Juckett would say. And here comes the number 9 batter, Mike Gallego. He flew out to center his first time up. Koufax deals to Gallego, and that is a 4-5 off the Koufax card with a 4 split, if it comes to that. So a 4 and a 5 is a fly ball out to left. And Tommy Davis, moving towards the line, makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs. Base is empty. Top of the order, Ricky Henderson. Henderson has been on base both times. He has walked and singled. Has yet to try to attempt to steal. Koufax looks in at Roseboro. Roseboro sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ricky Henderson. And again, off the Koufax card, that is a 6-11. 6-11, ground ball to the shortstop, Maury Wills. And he's a 3 defender. We have to go to the fielding chart. Let me double check. So Maury Wills, shortstop's a 3 defender. The 20-sided dice roll is an 11. Shortstop, flipped a card. 3 defender and an 11. 1, 2, 3. Wills ranging towards the second base bag. He's up with a quick release. And they just nip Ricky Henderson at first. Great stretch by Ron Fairley. Side is retired. Wonderful play by Maury Wills, getting Ricky Henderson, scoring at home 6-3. We go to the top of the 6th, and it's still 3-0. All the scoring in the top of the first by the 63 Dodgers. Due up in the top of the 6th for the 1963 Dodgers, who are ecstatic that they have scratched out 3 runs. Fairley, Moon, and Willie Davis. Ron Fairley is 1 for 2. He singled and scored. Stewart, the 1 hiccup inning, has still been costly. The windup and the pitch to Fairley from Stewart, and that is a 1. Nuts, reroll that. There we go. 20 for that. A 1-6-1-6 off the Fairley card, and that's a single. So Ron Fairley picks up his second hit, now 2 for 3. And Wally Moon steps to the plate. Moon is 2 for 2. He's doubled and singled and knocked in 2 runs. Was thrown out at the plate to end the top of the first by Dave Henderson. Fairley is a C-stealer. He's going nowhere. Not very fast, 1 through 10 on the base paths. And here comes Wally Moon looking to howl once again with that werewolf monobrow that he has. Here's the pitch from Stewart to Wally Moon, and that is a 2-7 with a 17. 2-7. Big swing and a miss. As Stewart challenged him with the fastball, Moon couldn't catch up with it. So 1 out, 1 on, and here's Willie Davis. Willie Davis, center fielder. Davis is 1. I think he walked his second time. I didn't mark it, but I see that he was on second base. He singled with an RBI in the first. I don't know. I'm just going to say he walked in that other inning because I see he's on base paths. But all right, so 1 out, 1 on. The windup and the pitch from Stewart to Willie Davis, and that is a 2-10 off the Davis card with an 11. 2-10, and Davis strikes this ball well. Center field, racing back is Dave Henderson. At the wall, he leaps. He's not going to get it. It's off the wall. It's going to be a double. Fairley, a 1 through 10 base runner, will be held at third. So Willie Davis doubles. He's now 2 for 2. And once again, Dave Stewart is in a bit of a pickle here. And here comes Johnny Roseboro. The infield moves in. They're going to stick with Stewart. We might have to go to the... Again, in basic, there is no fatigue factor. So you just go with the pitcher as long as you want. You just use your brain, your imagination. Infield moves in, 1 out. Johnny Roseborough comes up. He was in a similar situation in the top of the 4th, and he hit a hard ground ball right back to Stewart, who looked the runners back and threw to first. Can Roseborough come through this time? Here's the pitch from Stewart to Johnny Roseborough, and that is a 1. Infield in, 2nd and 3rd. A 1-6 off the Roseborough card. 1-6 with an 8. 1-6. 1. Don't be dyslexic, Al. It's a 6, not a 9. 6. Line shot, leaping in the air, making the catch is Big Red at first. Fires to 3rd, but quickly getting back is Fairley. No double play. What a play by Big Red. So Roseborough hit it hard, but he lines out to Mark McGuire. And McGuire, a tall one, still had to leap to get that ball, as that was slated to go down the corner and rattle around for a bit. So there's 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal now. Fairley's at 3rd. Willie Davis, who doubled, is at 2nd. And here comes the number 9 batter, Dick Tracewski. And Tracewski has walked and struck out. 3-0. 63 Dodgers. Top of the 6th. Stewart, deep breath. Arms down to his chest. He rocks and fives with Tracewski. And that is a 2-11 with a 12 off the Tracewski card. 2-11. He's jammed, popped up 3rd base side. Lansford's there. Outfield grass. Makes the catch. And Dave Stewart does a Beatles Eternally Magician act and gets out of the jam once again. As Tracewski pops out to Lansford at 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And the A's have to get their bats going against Sandy Koufax. As it's 3-0, 63 Dodgers due up in the bottom of the 6th for the 89 A's. Lansford, Parker, and Big Red Mark McGuire to face the lefty Sandy Koufax. As Phantom D Saints joined us in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Happy Sunday. Check out that great channel, All Things TV and Entertainment, Phantom D Saint. Once again, check out all the people in the chat. See if they're content creators. Most of them are. You go to the right. You hover near their name. 3 little dots come up. Click on Go to Channel. Alrighty. Carney Lansford is 0 for 1. He walked and struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch from Koufax to Carney Lansford. And once again, the rolls are going Koufax's way. As that is a 5-9 off the Koufax card. 5-9 strikeout. And he gets Lansford for the 2nd time. God, I love Sandy Koufax. And I believe that's strikeout number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's strikeout number 7. Let's just mark that real quick. Okay, a 7 Ks. And here comes Dave Parker. He struck out once. Last time up, flew out to left. 3-0. Dodgers of 1963 over the 89 Oakland Athletics. In what is we're dubbing revenge for 88. But right now, the 89 A's aren't getting it done against the lefty, the great lefty Sandy Koufax, who kicks and fires to Parker. And that is a 2. So Koufax might serve up 1 to Parker here. We're going to go off the Parker card. 2-7 off the Dave Parker card. 2-7. Ground ball up with it at 3rd on the nice backhanded play as Gilliam throws across the diamond to Fairley, and that's 2 down. 5-3. So 2 outs, base is empty for Big Red Mark McGuire, who made a wonderful leaping catch, robbing Johnny Roseborough of a double down the line. That would have knocked in 2. Koufax readies himself, picks up the sign from Johnny Roseborough. Here's the pitch of Big Red Mark McGuire, and that is a 5-8 with a 6. A 5-8 off the Koufax card. 5-8 ground ball to Maury Wills at short. He's a 3 defender, and that is a 6 on the 20-sided dice roll. As Wills is a 3 defender, shortstop. So we go to the 6, go over 3. He's up with it, throws to first, side is retired. As Big Red Mark McGuire's now 0 for 3, and Sandy Koufax cruising along through 6 in a shutout and 7 Ks. We go to the top of the 7th and due up for the 1963 Dodgers is the top of the order, Maury Wills, Junior Gilliam, and the left fielder, Tommy Davis. Stewart only had that one hiccup inning. He has pitched out of a couple of jams, but it was the first where he gave up 3. Here's Maury Wills, the shortstop, who just threw out Big Red. And he is 0 for 3. Struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, then popped out to Steinbeck, who made a nice play, the catcher up against the screen. Here's the windup and the pitch from Stewart to Maury Wills, and that is a 5-9 off the Stewart card. 5-9 with a 5 on the 20-sided die. 5-9. And that ball is launched deep. The wind currents have this one. Henderson racing back, looking up, and it just clears the center field wall. Maury Wills not known for homers. In fact, he had none in 63, but this is basic, so there's none of the weak hitting thing. He lifts one on the 5-9. It's a home run 1 through 12. It's a 5-20-sided die, and the Dodgers, on an unexpected home run by Maury Wills, as that got up in the wind current, are now up in the top of the 7th, 5-0. An unexpected power surge from Maury Wills, as back slaps and hugs in the dugout all about as Wills is greeted by his teammates. It's now 4-0 as Stewart just hangs his head as he generated all that power with that fastball, and Maury Wills just put the bat on the ball, got it up in the air, and a rising line drive just clears the center field fence. Had this been, again, these are the basic cards. There is no, advanced on it. So if they have an advanced version, which they might for 1963 on PC, they probably do, he would be most likely a weak hitter, and that would have just been like a single or something. But we're playing basic, and that was cool. So Maury Wills hits a home run. And here comes Junior Gilliam, and now we might look at our bullpen for a bit. They go out to have a word with Stewart. He doesn't want to come out of the game. He says he's fine. And he'll now deal with Junior Gilliam, the third baseman. Gilliam is 2 for 3. He singled and scored a run. He's also flown out to right. Canseco made a fine diving catch, and that was back in the 2nd. The windup and the pitch of Junior Gilliam, and Stewart deals him a 1-5 off the Gilliam card, so Stewart's still sort of out of whack from that home run. 1-5, and that's a single. Junior Gilliam picks up his 3rd hit, now 3 for 4. And that will bring up Tommy Davis, the left fielder. And the A's thinking long and hard now about the pen. But to be honest with you, because it's basic gameplay, Stewart's going to stay in. He doesn't want out. He's going to try to induce a double play ball as pitchers continue to warm in the Oakland A's bullpen. And here's Tommy Davis. He is 0 for 2. He has walked and scored back in the 1st. After that, flown to center and struck out. The windup and the pitch to Tommy Davis from Dave Stewart. And again, the luck of the dice are not with the 89 A's, as that is a 1-4 with a 12-1-4. But it's a hard hit ball. Stewart snags it, turns, fires to Gallego. The shortstop goes across the bag, fires to McGuire, double play. So Stewart induces the double play ball, erasing Junior Gilliam from the base pad, as that went 1-6 to 3. And there are 2 outs, bases empty. And for Hondo, Frank Howard. Howard, definitely a lot of pop in that bat. 28 homers back in 63. He's 0 for 3, though. He's flown out to left, struck out, and banged into a double play. 4-0. Dodgers of 1963. Here's the pitch from Stewart to Frank Howard, and that is a 1-4. A 1-4. Another hard hit ball. Stewart knocks it down. He pounces on it, throws to McGuire at first. Side is retired. So Dave Stewart doing a marvelous job fielding his position, but he does give up a solo home run to the weak-hitting Maury Wills, to say the least. Rising line drive that got caught in the wind current, most likely, and it just scrapes over the center field wall. Henderson didn't even have time to get back on it because he was playing shallow for Maury Wills. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and it's 4-0, 63 Dodgers, led by Sandy Koufax, and the surprising power there by Maury Wills. Due up in the bottom of the 7th, Canseco, Dave Henderson, and Terry Steinbach to face Sandy Koufax. Koufax has been wheeling and dealing. He has struck out 7 through 6. Howard made the last out there. Alrighty. So here is Jose Canseco, Bash brother number 1. He is 0 for 2. He's struck out and flown out to center. Canseco awaits the Sandy Koufax offering. The windup and the pitch from Koufax to Canseco, and that is a 1-11 off the Canseco card. 1-11, and Canseco smashes this ball. No one's going to get to it. And that's going to be a double off the wall. Retrieving it is Davis and firing it back in towards the cutoff man. So Jose Canseco starts off the bottom of the 7th with a 2-bagger. Canseco, 1 through 15 base runner. And here comes Dave Henderson. Hendu, not Hondu. Hendu is 1 for 2. He singled in his last at bat, and prior to that, grounded out to third. Canseco takes a lead at second. Koufax looks in, gets a sign from Roseboro. Here's the pitch of Dave Henderson, and that is a 3-7 off the Henderson card. 3-7 with a 5 on the 20-sided dice roll. 3-7, and Henderson works a walk. So Koufax has had some control issues in this game. So now it is first and second double play opportunity here. And here's Terry Steinbach, the catcher. He has struck out and grounded back to Koufax. 4-0, 63 Dodgers. And some milling now in the Dodgers bullpen. Here's the pitch from Koufax to Steinbach. And that is a 6-6 off the Koufax card. 6-6 is a swing and a miss. Go grab some pine. Strikeout number 8. As Koufax bears down and throws one of the most hellacious curveballs you'll ever see. And embarrasses Terry Steinbach. And so he now has 8 Ks. 1 out, 2 on for super utility man Tony Phillips, playing second base today. Phillips has been a strikeout victim twice. Can Koufax get him for number 9? Koufax ready to work. Here's the pitch to Tony Phillips, and that is a 3-4 off the Phillips card with a 520D. 3-4 fly ball out to left. Coming in on it is Tommy Davis, and he makes the catch. 2 down. So the 89 Athletics 1 out away from squandering a great opportunity. First and second no outs are now first and second with 2 outs. The number 9 batter, Mike Gallego, strides to the plate. And Gallego has flown to center and left. And let's just take a quick look. I don't think we have a better hitter on the bench. We actually have Billy Bean on this team. That's pretty funny. Gallego, 252, 3 homers and 30 ribbies. I'm looking for someone with some pop in their bat. And we have Ken Phelps. Phelps with 7 homers and 29 ribbies. 242. And then Phelps would move over to play short. We need a second baseman. Or Walt Weiss would come in to play short. So they're going to go to the bench and hope for one swing of the bat by Ken Phelps. And here comes Ken Phelps to pinch hit for Mike Gallego. Ken Phelps. In 1989, 242, 7 homers, and 29 ribbies. Slugging percentage 371. And Gallego was 328. Again, we're just looking for a swing of the bat to pull to within 1. So here comes Ken Phelps to pinch hit. And then coming in to play short will be, as I forgot to pull the card out, Walt Weiss. Ken Phelps. So 2 outs, 2 on, bottom of the 7th. Ken Phelps hoping to run into a fastball. Let's see if Koufax gives him a steady diet of curves. Phelps will just pinch hit. 9 home runs in 89. Played with Seattle quite a bit, I believe. Koufax picks up the sign from Roseboro. Roseboro sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ken Phelps. 2 outs, 2 on. 4-0, 63 Dodgers. And that is a 1 and a 4. A 1-4. Swing and a miss. Sandy Koufax challenges him. No steady diet of curveballs. He strikes him out. A 5, 1 through 3 would have been a homer, but it's a 4. It's a clear K. He got his column, though, because he had a 5 for a home run, 1 through 3, and then a clean homer, a single 8, and a homer on a 9. But Koufax strikes him out. The side is retired. We go to the top of the 8th, 4-0. Sandy Koufax now has 9 Ks through 7. As we move to the top of the 8th, 63 Dodgers will send up Fairley, Moon, and Willie Davis, and Dave Stewart is still on the mound. So Phelps is gone. He's done. Gallego's done. Walt Weiss comes in to play short. Gotta do a little housekeeping here. So Walt Weiss comes in, and he's a 3 defender at short. And a 3 defender. Gallego was a 2 defender. So here's Weiss now at short, and he's a 3. Top of the 8th, Stewart will face, as I stated. Look at the right card, though, Al. Fairley, Moon, and Willie Davis. Stewart doesn't want out. Down 4-0. Again, basic. There's no point of weakness, to my knowledge. I asked Dave from Baseball Demos, and I think I understood him correctly. Here's the pitch to Fairley from Stewart, and that is a 5 and a 10. A 5-10 with a 3 20-sided die. 5-10, strikeout. As he pitches Fairley looking on the off-speed pitch. 1 down, and here comes Wally Moon. Moon's having quite a day. He's been howling. Against Stewart, he is 2 for 3. He has doubled, knocked in 2, singled, and struck out in his last at-bat. Moon digs in, awaiting the Dave Stewart offering. The windup and the pitch from Stewart, and that is a 6-4. A 6-4 with a 620-sided die. 6-4, ground ball, second base. Up with it is Phillips. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the 8th for Willie Davis. Dodgers center fielder has singled, knocked in a run, walked, and doubled, so he is 2 for 2. Steinbeck sets the target. Here's the pitcher, Willie Davis. Stewart deals him a 3-8. A 3-8 with a 10-20 die. 3-8. And Willie Davis singles. So he stays perfect. Now 3 for 3 with a walk. Inning stays alive. 2 outs, top of the 8th. And here's Johnny Roseborough. He's hit the ball hard twice in his last 2 at-bats. He's lined out. Great play by Mark McGwire at first. And he's come up with second and third, infield in, and has not been able to produce. First time up, he grounded out to second. Two outs, run at first. Here's the pitch of Johnny Roseborough. And that is a 4-5 off the Stewart card. 4-5, and that's a strikeout. Side is retired. Go to the bottom of the 8th. As Stewart strikes out 2. And it's 4-0. Dodgers. What did I do here? Oh, that's 1. I made a mistake there. That's 1. I got 1. Alrighty, due up for the 89 Dodgers, as time is getting short against the Sandy Koufax-led 63 Dodgers. 6 outs left. Top of the order, Ricky Henderson, Carney Lansford, and Dave Parker. Ricky Henderson is 1 for 2. He's walked, singled, and grounded to short. Koufax, 9 strikeouts through 7. Koufax deals to Ricky Henderson, and that is a 1-8. A 1-8 off the Henderson card. 1-8, and Henderson works a walk. Good job by Ricky. He'll Double-A Steeler. Hold is -3 because of the catcher rating. 1 through 14, but they're down 4. He is going nowhere. So Henderson's on. Here comes Carney Lansford, Oakland's third baseman. He is 0 for 2. He walked his first time up and has been a strikeout victim the next 2 times. Koufax looking for strikeout number 10. If Lansford's the victim, it's a hat trick for Carney. Here's the pitch to Lansford from Koufax, and the white die jumped. The new white die is being influenced by GGO. You just can't let these white dies hang out with GGO. But he's not good at the escape method. Didn't get far enough, and that's a 5 off the Koufax card. As GGO said, "Let him be free! Let him be free!" Quiet. Oh. All right, so that's a 5-7 off the Koufax card. 5-7, and that's strikeout number 10. As Carney Lansford goes down for the 3rd time via the case, swing and a miss on the curve. So 1 out, 1 on. Ricky Henderson at first, being held on, and here is Dave Parker. The designated hitter is 0 for 3. He's also been a strikeout victim. Koufax works quickly to Parker, and that's a 6-10 off the Koufax card. Will he get strikeout number 11? 6-10, ground ball to Junior Gilliam at third. And it will be a fielding chart check. Gilliam is a 3 defender at third. And the 20-sided die is a 5. And Gilliam, out 1, makes the diving play, pops up, throws to first. Advancing to second is Ricky Henderson on the fielder's choice. Nice play. Once again, Parker grounds out to Gilliam at third, but Gilliam had to make a tremendous diving stop. Actually, this is 5-3. And advancing to second with 2 outs is Henderson, and here comes Big Red Mark McGwire. He's 0 for 3, though he has not been a strikeout victim. 4-0. One swing of the bat could cut this 63 Dodger lead in half. Koufax deals to Big Red, and that is a 1-7 to Mark McGwire. 1-7, and McGwire works a walk. Ron Peronowski starts to loosen in the Dodger bullpen. First time McGuire gets on, and it's the walks that have really put Koufax in the little trouble he's been in. So first and second, 2 outs. Roseboro goes out just to have a quick word. Sandy says he's fine. And here comes Bash brother number 1, Jose Canseco. Canseco doubled his last time up. Prior to that, flew out and struck out. If he goes yard, the A's of 89 will pull to within 1. 4-0, 63 Dodgers. Koufax nods his head, arms down to his chest. The high leg kick. Here's the pitch to Canseco, and that is a 2-3 to Jose Canseco. Off his card, 2-3, fly ball out to left. Racing back at the track, reaching up, making the catch is Davis, and that's Tommy Davis. Side is retired. We go to the top of the ninth, 4-0, 63 Dodgers over the 89 Oakland Athletics. Sandy Koufax pitching a gem. He has struck out 10 through 8. Due up for the Dodgers, Trzewiski, then the top of the order, Wills and Gilliam. And Dave Stewart looking to go the distance here. Will stay in the game. And he'll face Dick Trzewiski. Trzewiski is 0 for 3, struck out once. The windup and the pitch from Stewart to Trzewiski. And that's a 6-5. 6-5 ground ball to short, and that's Walt Weiss. And Walt Weiss is a 3 defender. He came in when Phelps pinch hit for Gallego, who was a 2 defender. The 20-sided die is a 10. And Weiss knocks the ball down, picks it up, fires to first. Scooping it out of the dirt is McGuire. 1 down here in the top of the ninth. Here comes Maury Wills. He is 1 for 4. He has struck out. His last time up, he found the jet stream here as he deposited the baseball just barely over the center field wall for a home run off Dave Stewart. Here's the pitch. And Wills is dealt from Stewart a 5-4 off the Stewart card. 5-4. And this will be a play for Terry Steinbeck, 10 on the 20D. Fielding X chart. And Terry Steinbach is a 3, so we go down to the 10 and count 3 over. 1, 2, 3. A number in front of the plate. Steinbach has to hurry. He throws. Good stretch by McGuire, and they just nip Maury Wills. That goes 2-3 if you're scoring at home. 2 outs, base is empty for Junior Gilliam. Junior Gilliam is 3 for 4. He has singled 3 times, scoring once in the first. He's also flown out to Canseco, made a wonderful diving catch in the top of the second. Base is empty. 4-0, 63 Dodgers, top of the ninth. The windup and the pitch from Stewart to Junior Gilliam. That is a 3-4 off the Gilliam card. 3-4 ground ball. Again, fielding his position beautifully is Stewart. He snares it, throws the first. Side is retired. The A's have to come up with 4 to tie, 5 to win in the bottom of the ninth, and it's against the great one, Sandy Koufax. Due up in the bottom of the ninth, Dave Henderson, Terry Steinbach, and Tony Phillips. Koufax with 10 strikeouts through 8 innings. Can he get 13? He'd have to strike out the side. Here's the pitch from Koufax to Dave Henderson. And that is a 1-6. A 1-6 off the Hendu card. 1-6. Ground ball to Gilliam at third. He throws the first. 1 down. Koufax 2 outs away from a complete game 9-inning shutout with 10 strikeouts. And here's Terry Steinbach. He is 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded back to the pitcher. Koufax works quickly. Here's the pitch to Steinbach. And that is a 3-10 off the Terry Steinbach card. 3-10, and that's a single. So Steinbach gets his first hit. And here's Tony Phillips. Roseboro steps in front of the plate. Says something to Sandy. He nods his head. He's A-OK. Roseboro back behind the plate, squats down. Sets a target. Phillips 0 for 2. He's been a strikeout victim twice while flying out to left. Can Koufax induce the game-ending double play here in the bottom of the ninth? The windup and the pitch to Tony Phillips, and that is a 1-11 off the Phillips card. 1-11. Ground ball, hard hit to third. Gilliam's up with it. Over to Trzaskowski at second, on to first. Ball game over as Koufax induces the 5-4-3 double play. The 63 Dodgers behind Sandy Koufax defeat the 89 Oakland Athletics 4-0. Sandy Koufax threw 9 innings, a complete game shutout. He struck out 10. Let's see how many hits he gave up for ha-ha's sakes, and then we'll call it a stream. He did walk quite a few. His walks were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He walked 5 and hits 1 in the third, another one in the fourth, so that's 2. 3, the double by Canseco. 4, the single by Steinbach in the bottom line. He threw a 4-hit complete game shutout, striking out 10. The 63 Dodgers defeat the 1989 Oakland Athletics 4-0. Dave Stewart had that big hiccup in the first inning, gave up 3 runs, and then a solo home run by the least likely baseball player on the field today, Maury Wills, a ball hit to center field. So 4-0, Sandy Koufax prevails against the 89 Oakland Athletics. They do not get revenge against the Dodgers franchise for 1988. I'd like to say thank you to everyone in the chat. Beatles Eternally, Fandom D Saint, Retro Ron from Retro Sports Network, Living My Rhapsody, Max Cornelius, Dog Sidious. That rhymes. Max Cornelius and Dog Sidious. The Original Grognard, Phanomatic, Bobby Cantillano. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll be back in a little bit. And then later on, we'll do a little, if you want, we will, ID Gesture, thank you very much. Check out that great channel. We're going to do a little Strange Brigade Sunday, but we might roll one more game. Or we'll go straight to Strange Brigade. Sunday, I like streaming and listening to football. All right, so once again, thank you very much. Health and happiness. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Sandy Koufax and the 63 Dodgers defeat the 89 Oakland Athletics 4-0. Sandy goes the distance, 9 innings, striking out 10, walking 4, and only giving up 4 hits. So, God bless. You know it's coming. Peace! Go Red Sox.